Happy New Year, guys. How you doing? Yeah, so it's 2014. Brand new year has just begun. Whew, a bit late coming out with this video. I do apologise. The reason that I haven't done this video yet is I was just waiting on a couple of things that I wanted to show in this video. And so, yeah, now's the time to do it. So, yeah, a few days late, but there you go. Hope everybody's well. Hope you've all had a great Christmas and also, obviously, a brilliant New Year as well. And so here we go, 2014. So let's just see what it brings, and hopefully it's going to be a really good year this year. I think it is. Yeah, I've got a feeling. Hopefully. So yeah, so basically I just wanted to come on, just wish you all a happy New Year. Make sure everybody's doing all right. And I also have obviously a couple of Christmas gifts to show, and some things I picked up over the Christmas period as well. Now, I didn't get any gaming stuff for Christmas. It's all films, all Blu-rays. So obviously if that's not something you're interested in, totally understand if you don't want to watch the video, that's fine. However, anyone who is interested, I have a couple of gaming things I've picked up myself, and then when I've shown those, then I'll crack on and go through the Blu-rays, because I've got Blu-rays that I got for Christmas, and I've also picked up some myself. So looking forward to talking about those. So yeah, so only two games I've picked up were PlayStation 1 games from America. And they are of course long box games because I'm really loving those at the moment. First one I got was Street Fighter L for the first one, in really nice condition. And so I love these long boxes, are just absolutely fantastic. And look at that on the back, it looks really good. Lovely screenshots. I love the layout, everything, the text, the screenshots around the side, fantastic. There you go. It is complete. The only problem I've got with long box games, there's no way, they didn't put anything in to hold the manuals in. So the manuals just keep falling all over the place, which is a bit stupid. They should have thought about that. There you go, it's got the foam thing as well. So yeah, disc's in good shape, really happy with that. Played it and it's really good, it looks really nice. The only problem is, like all Street Fighters on PlayStation, that joypad does not work well with fighting games. The D-pad, the problem is because they separated the D-pad up into 4 separate buttons, it makes it a right bastard to try and play a fighting game, especially Street Fighter when you're trying to pull off the fireballs and the dragon punches. It can be done, it just takes a bit of practice. It's not as simple and fluid as it would be if you were using a Super Nintendo or a Mega Drive controller. But yeah, still a great game. Cover art, not particularly brilliant, it's very Western, but oh well. But yeah, cracking game anyway, love that. The only Street Fighters I don't like are the EX ones on PlayStation, the 3D ones. Oh, I haven't played them since they came out, but at the time, I couldn't stand them. I thought they were crap. I was like, what are they doing? It's Street Fighter. It doesn't work in a 3D plane. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog. It needs to be 2D. Anyway, so the other game I picked up, I haven't actually had a chance to play this yet. I need to do it. It is the original Tekken. I don't remember actually playing this when it came out. I probably did. But I've got, the only memories I can think of are Tekken 2 and Tekken 3, which I absolutely love both of those, especially number 3, brilliant game. So yeah, I'm interested to see what this is like now. I mean, obviously it's going to have aged quite badly. The polygons aren't going to look impressive at all nowadays. But you know, I can get past it. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I think Tekken 2 and 3 still look pretty decent, as long as you play them on a CRT TV. Don't play them on a modern TV because they look like shit. It absolutely ruins the picture. But on a CRT they actually look really good. Obviously they look blocky and, you know, of the day, but I don't know, I still like them. I'm impressed. It's missing the foam unfortunately, but it's got a manual and it's got a disc in decent shape. So yeah, all good. Yeah, the screenshots don't do it justice. They look really washed out. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, they look a bit muddy. But yeah, that's Tekken and Street Fighter anyway. So there's the only games I picked up. I have got a game for the PlayStation 3, which I was hoping would be here for this video. It was supposed to have been posted on Monday, second class, so it should be here. It's now Friday. But again, it's another one of those eBayers where it just takes forever to come, because a lot of people in the UK cannot be arsed. Anyway, hopefully it'll arrive soon. I'm really looking forward to it. What it is DuckTales Remastered for PS3. I had absolutely no idea there was a physical version of it, and Charlie Jurassic, she tweeted a picture the other day about some gifts she'd got, and I saw it in the picture and I was like, I didn't know that existed. And she's like, oh yeah, it's an American release. I was like, oh shit. So I went straight on eBay, grabbed a copy. There's a guy in the UK flogging it. Unfortunately, as I say, second class post, so I am waiting for it to be delivered, which is just typical of the UK sellers, but hey. But yeah, I can't believe they got a physical release. That's absolutely brilliant, because I saw Retro Dave play it on the Wii U and he got a digital version. I really like the look of it, and I thought the graphics, the music, everything looks spot on. I've never played it on the NES, although of course the NES version is something I want to get in the future and experience for myself. But yeah, I was really chuffed to see they got a disc version. If they can just put out the new Castle of Illusion as well, that would be awesome. And also if they just stop releasing them in America and actually let the rest of us buy them as well, that would be quite nice. Instead of having to import everything. Luckily I got lucky this time because there's a UK guy selling them, but normally you'd have to import. So yeah, awesome stuff. The only other gaming related stuff I bought over Christmas were magazines. There's a magazine called Super Play, and obviously if you like Super Nintendo you'll be aware of Super Play because it's a fantastic magazine. Now growing up I had never heard of the magazine. When I was a kid I read CMVG, Mean Machines and Nintendo Magazine System. Those were my main magazines to read. So never knew what Super Play was. And then when I got into collecting around 2003, 2004, I started hearing about this magazine called Super Play. And I was like, oh okay, what's this then? So I had a look at it. My mate at work, if I remember rightly, Rich, if you're watching this, let me know. I'm pretty sure he told me at the time that he used to read it when he was a kid, and it was a good magazine. So I remember I picked up quite a lot of issues, and I got close to having a full set. And it was really good magazine. Great front covers, fantastic articles. They did a lot of stuff in Japan as well, which was really interesting. Some absolutely fantastic writing in there. Really good magazine. So yeah, I had a lot of issues, and then when I moved down south, I sold a lot of stuff off, and I sold all my magazines because they were worth quite a bit of money at the time. So I think I got like 100 quid or something for them. So I was quite happy. I was like, brilliant, that's money for me. That's good. However, now in the last couple of years, I've been considering getting them back again because I really miss that magazine. It's brilliant. As a Super Nintendo addict, it's something I'd really like to have in my collection. Of course, the prices have gone up, and people are just being silly. And I've seen people charging £5 an issue, £10 an issue, and I'm not paying it. I refuse to pay that. It's a magazine. It's not worth that. It's crazy. And then over Christmas, I just happened to be doing a search for something else actually, and that came up in the results. There's a guy selling 16 issues of Super Play in really nice condition, and they're all 99p starting bid, and you had buy now prices on them. Most of them are £2.50, some of them are £2. Now at £2 and £2.50, I was quite happy to just lay the money out because I thought that's a really fair price for all of them. But I completely forgot about the auctions, and then 24 hours later, my Kindle beeped at me and said, oh, it's going to end soon. And I was like, oh Christ, I forgot about that. I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to wait till the end of the first auction, see if I can bid on it and get it for a decent price. If I do, I'll bid on the rest of them. So I bid on the first one, no one bid on it, 99p win. I was like, brilliant. So I'm sitting there watching them all end, winning every single one of them 99 pence, and then either the penultimate one or the final one, I can't remember, some git tried to outbid me and it went up to like £1.24 or something ridiculous. So I paid a little bit extra. But yeah, I got 16 issues, which is fantastic. He did list a few other issues afterwards, but as much as I wanted them, I didn't have the money. They were a little bit more expensive, only like a quid more or something. So, but oh well. Anyway, I'll show you what I got. And obviously, if you want me to go, oh Jesus, I'm out of time. If anybody wants me to do an in-depth overview of these magazines, let me know, and just tell me what issues you want to see, and I'll go through them. Or if you want me to just go through them issue by issue, I'll do that. So what we've got first is issue 13. As you can see, the covers are absolutely fantastic. They're really nice. Considering these are from the 90s, they're in absolutely excellent condition. I've been really impressed with them. What we got then? What game's that? I don't actually know what that is. Some football game, some Japanese bird, I'm not too sure. It's got Pop and Twinbee on the back, by the way. Fantastic game that is. There you go. Really cool one. This one I was really chuffed to get because I just picked the game up recently. Issue 14 with Sky Blazer on the front. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. I really love that. And that is a brilliant game as well. This one's a bit of a plain cover actually, it's unusual. It looks like a Christmas issue, number 15. This was January 1994, so just after Christmas. It's just simple, it's got a Christmas dude and it's got the Super Nintendo stuff. And the cards have just fallen out. That's the everything and all. You've got the postcards in the baggie, all sealed up. Look at that. Apparently, according to the guy's auction, these are from his own collection from when he originally bought them when they came out, which is pretty cool. Another great game on this one. This is issue 16. We've got R-Type 3. Absolutely brilliant shooter. Bloody hard, but fantastic. Visually stunning. The music's great, gameplay's great, but it's so hard. Some really cool visual effects in that game as well. And we got 17, a game a lot of people love, Mega Man X. There you go. Come back a bit. There you go. That's better. Frame it better. Yeah. So that's issue 17 was that, I think. Yeah, lost the number. 17. And we got number 18 as well, which has got Spellbound on the front. I don't know. It looks like some kind of RPG. Let's just go by the artwork. So if it is great, if it isn't, oh well. Issue 19. Fatal Fury 2. Which I'm still on the fence about buying. Fatal Fury 2 and Fatal Fury Special. I've got Fatal Fury, and I've never been a fan of Fatal Fury, even on the Neo Geo I don't like it that much. But it plays pretty well on the SNES, and it's a good port from the Neo Geo. The SNES seems to do quite well actually out of the Neo Geo ports, I think. But yeah, I don't know if I want to put the money on number 2 and number 3. Well, Special. They're not expensive, and kind of part of me says just get them so you've got all 3. Otherwise, what's the point of having the first one? But I just don't know. I probably won't play them, so it's kind of pointless. But yeah, I don't. I probably will. No, when I finish my list, I'll probably just go and buy them just to sure up the set, because otherwise, if I look at that first one, I haven't got the second and third. It would bug me. I don't know. Issue 21. It's got some like Japanese mech robot thing on the front of it. Apologies for not knowing what the hell that is. There you go. You got issue 22, it's got Syndicate on the front. That's a nice cover, I like that one. That's cool. This cover is brilliant. I love this. Is this Pocky and Rocky? Yeah, it's got the Japanese name on the front. It's Pocky and Rocky 2, in fact. Games I really, really want, but my god, they're expensive. Number 1 wasn't. Number 1 used to be $100, and now people are starting to jack the price up, which pisses me off. Number 2 has always been extortionate, so maybe one day. Issue number 23. Look at that, that's what you call a cover. That's such beautiful, colourful artwork. And I got issue 24 with Breath of Fire on the front. Not a game I play, but the cover looks fantastic. Another really good cover for an RPG that I'll never play. Secret of Mana. This has got a great cover, look at that. I love that one. I love the green on that one, it looks brilliant. Really nice detail on the characters as well. And the bloody RPG Central here. I've got Final Fantasy 3 on the cover of issue 26. What the hell is that all about? That's a weird looking bloody creature, that is. Issue 27 looks really cool. So Parodius, Ultimate Parodius. I love the Parodius series, fantastic series of games. Look at the orange and the yellow, and just beautiful. And the blue, it's blue or turquoise, yeah, it's blue. It looks fantastic. And I got issue 28, which is, what game is that? It says Samurai Spirits, but that can't be Samurai Spirits because it's got the green dude. Although I haven't played Samurai Spirits in a long time, so maybe it is. There you go. So that's issue 28. And then the last one I got is issue 29, which is cool because it's got the X-Men on the front, so it's brilliant. There you go. Awesome picture. But there you go. If you want to see any of those magazines in depth, just let me know in the comments and I'll pop up a video for each one, and we'll go through the magazines and have a look at what's in them. Because some really interesting articles, because obviously, you know, you get, I want to get as many as I can of these as possible, because I want to seal the articles on the Super Nintendo CD unit and all that kind of thing, and you get a lot of things about Virtual Boy. It's very cool. So yeah, you go guys, that's the gaming stuff I've got that I picked up over the Christmas period. I'm now going to show you the films I got for Christmas, and also the films I bought myself as well. So if anyone's not interested in movies, thanks for watching so far. I'll see you in the next video. Anybody else, thanks for sticking with me. I'm just going to grab me tea. You can't have a cup of tea and doing the video. Right. Okay then, so films I got for Christmas. Just separate them all up so I know what's what. Right, okay, that's it, yeah, sorted. Right, okay, so first up, I know Owen's going to love this one. It's from Owen's favourite actor, Jason Statham. It's Safe. I absolutely love this film. It's brilliant. I'm a massive Jason Statham fan. I think the guy's fantastic. Not only is he the best action star out there at the moment, but the guy can act. I mean, seriously act. If you watch his new, well, not new, but one of his most modern films, which is called Hummingbird, and it's also called Redemption in America, I believe. And it's just him acting. There's no like, it's just, I think there's a little bit of fighting in it, but there's not like full on action. It's a very it's a proper drama, and he does a fantastic job in it. It's great. But if you like his action films, this is my favourite one that he's done. It's fantastic. Basically, the storyline revolves around a young Chinese girl who's very good at maths, and she's got like a really good memory. And the teacher in the class tells the Chinese mob about the girl. The Chinese mob then kidnap this girl and hold her mother ransom, so that they can use the girl for their needs. And she basically does all the numbers for all the shops that they're extorting, and memorises all of the numbers to make sure that everyone's paying correctly. And they also give her this code for a safe, which I believe, if I remember right, it holds something like $30 million in the safe. And so she's got this code in her head, and the Russians find out about it, so they try and kidnap her from the Chinese. And then you also find out that there's a load of corrupt, I think the New York cops, if I remember rightly. So you've got the NYPD, the Chinese and the Russians trying to get this girl to get this money. And right in the middle of it, Jason Statham gets caught up in it when he meets the girl. And he becomes her protector. And it's a fantastic film. He's acting spot on, but the action scenes, the camera work is just stunning. The gunfights and the fist fights, just brilliant. Something I really enjoyed about this film with the camera work was that when they were in the car, when you like drive backwards and reverse over someone, and you'd see the person in the like the rear view mirror or the wing mirror, and it just looked like a really cool effect when they did it. And there's just some really nice camera movement through the whole film, and the action scenes are fantastic. When you watch the extras and they show how they did the gunplay and everything, it's weird, but the effect that it gives at the end when they've done it, brilliant. Yes, Safe, absolutely fantastic movie. If you've not seen it, go and check it out. You know, if you love action films, you're going to love this. If not, just watch it anyway because it's brilliant. I love Jason Statham, quality actor. Owen's going to be like, no. I know it ain't got subtitles, mate, but oh well. Right, next one is World War Z, old Brad Pitt, or World War Z if you're in America. There you go. So yeah, really like this film actually, good film. Not the usual standard zombie thing. It seems to be like everything they're doing at the moment, like Last of Us and all the rest of it. It's an infection and not a zombie apocalypse. But I really liked the way they did this. It was more about the human story and the survival of humanity, which I thought that was really good. A little slower paced than a lot of the zombie type films, but really nice camera work. Great film, you know, nice pacing. I thought Brad Pitt, as always, really good. The only thing I had a criticism was with the Blu-ray. I don't know if it's the same with the DVD as well, but the vocals are very low. I don't know what that is about. I've had that with several films over the years actually. They seem to have like really loud music and sound effects, and then when they're talking, you can't understand what the hell's going on. And I was watching this film, and there's a few times, especially when they're whispering to each other and I'm like, what? I've got no idea what's going on, and it kind of pisses me off. I wish they'd make more effort to bring the dialogue out, because that's the most important thing when watching a film is understanding what the characters are talking about. But yeah, great film. I've watched it twice, so it's definitely one I'll go back to again. Some really nice visuals in this film. Jesus Christ, I'm in game mode. Yeah, excellent film. Next up, brilliant film, Star Trek Into Darkness. Awesome movie. I love Star Trek anyway, big Trekkie fan. I've watched all the films, watched all the TV shows, except for Enterprise and Voyager. So I watched bits of them. I really should have got into Enterprise because I really liked Enterprise, it was great. Hated Voyager. The crew just pissed me off. Janeway was crap, it was just awful. But the original, Next Generation and Deep Space Nine were all brilliant. But anyway, yeah, I love what J.J. Abrams is doing with these films. I think they're fantastic. I watched this 3 times so far. I've seen it at the cinema in 3D, I've seen it on Blu-ray, and it doesn't disappoint. It's just great every time you watch it. You know, I think visually the camera work is absolutely fantastic, and watching the extras and seeing how much they actually did in camera was actually quite surprising. For the majority of the film, I thought most of it would have been CG, and it's not. It's quite amazing that when you're watching a film now, you really can't tell the difference, and you can't work out, for the most part, which bits are in camera, which bits are CG. It's really good. Yeah, all the actors do really great jobs. The only criticism I've got with the new Star Trek, and it's really difficult, I know, but they all seem to be doing like, not parodies, but they all seem to be like sort of copying the original. So, you know, they all come across like Shatner and Nimoy. Nimoy. I don't know how you tell Leonard's last name, whatever. But they all sort of copy the originals, and in a way it's nice because obviously they're paying homage to the original material and treating the fans with respect. But it would have been nice if they kind of put their own sort of slant on it, and I don't really feel that they do a lot of the time. But that's not a really negative thing, because if you're a Trekkie fan, it's brilliant. It's a great movie, and Zachary Quinto, there really couldn't be anybody else to play Spock. I mean, he's just absolutely, he looks like a bloody Vulcan anyway. So, he doesn't need the makeup, and he just fits the part. And some of my favourite scenes in the new Star Trek films are when Zachary Quinto is up against Leonard Nimoy, and you got Spock talking to Spock. It's just absolutely brilliant. Benedict Cumberbatch as well as the lead villain. I won't say who he is in case you haven't seen the film. He's so good. I mean, he's such a brilliant actor anyway, but he really embodies the role. And the bit where he's in the prison cell and the big reveal comes, he's absolutely relishing every moment of that, and he's proper intense, and it's just superb. Great film, love it. Visually stunning as well. So yeah, if you like Star Trek, obviously you'll have seen this. If you don't, and you've never really got into Star Trek, try the new films out, because they're quite easy to watch if you're not a fan. As just a great sci-fi action movie. They're absolutely fantastic. I love them. Right, the last one I got for Christmas is a TV show, and it is one of my favourites, Supernatural, Season 8. I've spoken about Supernatural plenty of times on my channel. Brilliant show. Every year it gets better and better. It's just fantastic. I love everything about it. I love the story, the characters, just everything. It's just superb. One of the best bits of TV ever made. It's fantastic. I did have an issue with Season 7 when it was first aired. Watching it week to week, it didn't really do it for me. I couldn't get into it at all. I felt like it was the weakest of the seasons that they'd done. However, when I went back and watched it on Blu-ray back to back, it was really good, and it's just so much better than what I remembered it being. So maybe I think that could be an issue, that watching a show week to week, and obviously when they have breaks as well for Christmas and different holidays, and sometimes sporting events as well, so they'll be off for a couple of weeks, you can kind of lose your momentum. Whereas if you're watching it back to back on disc, you're really getting sucked into it. So maybe that's what the difference is. Yeah, because the whole Leviathan and Dick Roman thing, it wasn't working for me at all at the time. But as I say, going back and watching it on Blu-ray, it's brilliant. Really like it. And Season 8, fantastic. I watched this like about 3 or 4 days. I just watched it back to back, and it was just absolutely superb from beginning to end. And it's really interesting when you go back after you've watched the season, because obviously it takes a while before the Blu-rays come out. And when you go back and watch them on there, and you forget certain episodes, and you're like, oh, I remember that one. That was a really good episode, yeah. And there's some absolutely fantastic moments. I mean, if you're a Supernatural fan, good on you, because it's a brilliant show. If you've never watched the show, go and get Season 1, go and watch it. You will not be disappointed. It's absolutely superb. Right, so those are the ones I got for Christmas. Next I want to talk about films that I picked up myself. I've only picked up a couple. So, over Christmas, obviously I've been doing a bit of thinking about my collecting on games funds, and just life and just shit, usual sort of stuff. And as you know, the Super Nintendo collection is my main focus for 2014. I'm not trying to get diverted, distracted by anything else. Obviously I will. It's me. I'm not stupid. I know that, coming through 2014, there's no way in hell I'm going to stick to 100% buying Super Nintendo games. However, that is my goal, to try and do that. I will fail, but I'm going to try. But yeah, I mean, basically, I just had a really good think, and that is the system that I started collecting for. It's the system that I enjoy the most, and the one I want to play and collect for at the same time. So I get the most enjoyment, the most pleasure from buying games and playing them on the Super Nintendo. So I want to try and power through my list, and the prices are going up as well, so I really need to make an effort this year. Same as Cyber Snake 7, we're both doing it. We're just trying to hammer that list down, get the games in while we can. I'm trying to take a Ninja Bear Hug approach of just buying, and then I can enjoy playing them after I've got them. Because once they're on the shelf, you've got years to enjoy them. It's all like buying a game, playing it, and then buying another game when you finish playing that one. It don't work like that, not with the prices and everything. You need to just get them, I think. So that's my main focus. And then another thing I was thinking about over Christmas was I've really lost focus on movies. I love film. It's my other major passion. Music, film and games, the three things I love the most. I used to buy tons of music CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, or HD DVDs because I didn't like Blu-ray. Unfortunately, I'm forced into buying Blu-ray these days. But yeah, I used to buy a ton of them all the time. I'd literally go into back in the day before the internet and all this stuff. I used to get an HMV and buy like 10 albums, and buy like a stack of stack of DVDs. And if a film came out and I had no idea what it was, and this is the good thing about not having the internet, was the fact that trailers and stuff weren't as easy to come by, and you didn't have as much information flooded, and a film was fresh. And I'd just look at a film and go, that looks interesting, I'll try that, and I'd buy it and I'd watch it. Whereas nowadays I'm not so much. I'm more picky because obviously you get so much overload of information about a film before it's even released, and the trailers show most of the bloody film anyway, which spoils it, which is a real shame. So I made a decision, and the decision was that I wanted to free up some money, obviously, by being more sensible about my game collecting, and I want to start buying films again. I've watched quite a few over the Christmas, obviously the ones I got for Christmas, and I watched a few others and gone back and watched a few, and the ones I've been buying, I've been watching those as well, and I've really, really enjoyed it. I've been loving getting back into the movies again. I've really missed having films. So, having said that, on Blu-ray there are these things called steelbooks, as you all know, and they can be kind of addictive. There are a lot of people on YouTube who collect for steelbooks, and it's quite fascinating when you look at people's Blu-ray collections and steelbook collections. It's absolutely amazing. And Tino 777 and Cyberstakes 7, both big steelbook fans, and watching their videos before and during Christmas has really, really influenced me to get into steelbooks. I had a couple of steelbooks already which had been bought for me as Christmas gifts before. I never really paid attention to the whole steelbook thing. I just thought they looked cool, they were nice. I never really was like an avid fan, had to go out and buy them and all that kind of thing. But over Christmas I've become a fan. I've become kind of addicted to steelbooks. They're absolutely awesome. And I think also not only because they look so good, but because they're so sturdy. Modern Blu-ray cases are shit. They've really downgraded the quality of plastic. If you take like a PlayStation 3 game from like 3 or 4 years ago, and you take a modern one and you compare the plastic, night and day. The old games, thick, heavy, really good, nice weighty cases. The new ones are just flimsy shit from China, so it's quite depressing. So yeah, the Blu-ray cases are crap. They're really thin and nasty. And obviously, steel cases much better. Protect your disc. They stand up as well. They don't fall over, which is nice. And they look fantastic. Got really cool artwork on them. Now, obviously, I'm looking into this, and there are a lot of steel cases which are really, really expensive, because from what I understand, a lot of them only come out in limited print ones. So, from what I can see, people on eBay snap them up and jack the price up. Wreck-It Ralph is coming out soon, and it's a Zavvi exclusive, and they've sold out, and there's tons of them on eBay. They're not overly priced at the moment, but in about a year's time it's going to go through the roof. I really wish I'd bought that now. I was on the fence about it because it's a really great film. I watched that over Christmas. Love that film, so I really need to get the Steelbook. Steelbook's really cool because the back's got the Fix-It Phoenix game on the back, and it looks fantastic. Anyway, going on a bit. So what have I been buying? So first of all, what I'll show you is the Steelbooks that I already own before I actually purchased anything. These are I've got one that I purchased myself a while ago, and two that I've had as gifts. So the one I purchased myself ages ago was Angelina Jolie's Salt. I really liked this film when it came out. It was quite a surprise as well, because that's fantastic. Yeah, it's got all the paper, I can't be able to stick all that out. It was a film that actually surprised me quite a lot of the time. I didn't know anything about it, and I went in blind and watched it, and the twist was fantastic, and Lee Schreiber, superb. And that guy he's a demon. Every time he does a film, he's just so good. Angelina's really good in it, and she's not, for me personally, she's not the greatest actress in the role, but for what she does it well. Yeah, I really like Salt. If you haven't seen that, go and see it. It's like a modern Cold War thriller. Really cool film. One I got as a gift a while ago was Terminator Salvation. I absolutely love this. I'm a massive Terminator fan. Terminator 3 was an abomination, and it really should be burnt. They should burn every single copy that was ever made, burn the originals, just forget that film was ever made because it was crap. But I thought this was a really good addition to the series, and I thought Christian Bale was an excellent choice as well. It's really gritty, really dark, just a fantastic movie. Yeah, it's just got the factory in the back. I'll say a question for everybody who collects steelbooks. These bloody pieces of card, well, not even card, these pieces of paper they stick on the back. What do people do with them? I've been squishing it in there because there's nothing you can do with it. I don't understand that. It's beyond me as to why they glue them to the back of there. It's stupid. You're covering the artwork up, you take it off, there's nowhere to put the bloody thing. What they should do, realistically, was just take that, put all that information on that little piece of paper, stick it in there. Why don't they just do that as a leaflet? I mean, is that more common sense or what? It's just, you know, otherwise you're not with these bloody pieces of paper just sitting around your house with nothing to do with them. But anyway, that's... But yeah, Terminator Salvation, if you've not seen this one, go and check it out. It's really cool. Based in the future, and the future's different to what John was told it was going to be. And it's absolutely brilliant. Really good visuals, great storyline. Christian Bale is absolutely bang on. He's just superb. Sam Worthington does a really good job in this film as well. I'm impressed with his performance. They were supposed to be making a trilogy. Unfortunately, from what I've read online and that, this isn't working out now. I don't even think McGee's attached anymore. I think he's gone, and they're looking at other people to do the next film. So it's probably going to be crap, but at least we've got this one. So we've got 3 decent films, you know. Just Terminator 3 was so bad. I hate that film. It's just so shit. Claire Danes, was it Nick Stoll? Oh my god. What were they thinking? Awful film. And Arnold was just, he should be ashamed for doing that film. He did that for money. Right, and the last one I've got, which I had as a gift a few years back, was the new Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams film. The paper is still stuck on the back. I haven't took it off. I've looked underneath it. There isn't much artwork on there. It's just colours and things. There's nothing detailed, so I thought I'd leave it on there. Now this one has proven interesting when I've looked on eBay and been looking at steelbooks, and I keep seeing this pop up. From what I understand, there's 2 versions. There's a Play.com exclusive, which is a 3-disc version, and then there's a Savvy reprint. And the Savvy reprint isn't worth much money. I think it's like 20-30 quid or something. It wasn't a lot. The Play.com one, I've been seeing sealed copies from like 150, 180, and I was like, what? People are paying that for a Blu-ray? That's insane. So I checked this to see what it was, because I didn't know which version I'd got. Now I've got, it's got a thing about a digital copy there. I think that's a sticker in it, I think. So I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's got another Blu-ray live thing there. But yeah, I've got a 3-disc version. Now I don't know if this is the Play.com version. If it is, and you know, please let me know, because I'm not sure. It's got the which one's that? It's got the Blu-ray version. It's got the Blu-ray disc. It's got disc 2 special features, and is that a digital copy at the back? Yeah, and disc 3 is the digital copy. So if you know which version it is, please let me know. I'm fascinated. Not that I'm going to sell it because I love the film, but I'm just fascinated to know which one it is. Because if like sealed copies are so expensive, I mean used copies can't be that cheap either. It just blows my mind. Some of them I've seen, I mean the prices are just mental. And I can't believe people pay it. But then again, it's like us with our games. You know, if you want it, you don't think about it, you just get the money together and you buy it. So yes, those are the ones I've already got. Just grab my tea again. Oh, here we go. Right. Okay. So, steelbooks I've been buying myself. First one I picked up, classic, Predator 2. This is really cool. That's all embossed. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Look at that. It's a lovely steelbook. I love this one. Look at that. Absolute cracker. Which one? That's the one. What's it got anything on the inside? Oh yeah, it has. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain because I can't take all the discs out and stuff. This isn't too bad. It's just got a little one that goes over the bottom, so I can put that in the case. I don't know if you'll see it, but oh, you can, yeah. You see the Predator there. There's some on there, but obviously the discs are in the way, and I'm not taking them all out. I love Predator 2. Fantastic film. One of the rare times that they made a sequel that's excellent. I watched it the other night because I haven't seen it for years. I was quite impressed with the Blu-ray transfer, actually, really sharp. I mean, I don't know about film grain and artifacts and Christ knows what else that people look for, but for me personally, as an avid film viewer, very impressed. Yeah, really clean picture. The colours look really nice. It looked really sharp. I was quite impressed. And the surround sound was pretty decent on it as well. But really good film. Still a cracking film to watch. Really good fun action. Some great scenes in this film. Danny Glover did a good job. I was quite impressed. I mean, you know, coming off the back of the original, to pick Danny Glover, I mean, he's like going the other end of the spectrum compared to Arnold. So it was quite an interesting choice. But he does a really good job. The rest of the cast do a really good job. Gary Busey's fantastic, because he always is. Yeah, I really like this film a lot. It was excellent. I like the urban setting as well. I thought that worked really well. Fantastic. I've been watching a guy called Oliver Harper as well on YouTube, who does movie reviews, like retrospective reviews of old films, obviously because they're retrospectives. And I saw him because Shock16 liked some of his videos, so I went and had a look at what he was doing. Really nice guy as well. I've been talking to him on Twitter last night. Fantastic videos, really good retrospectives. And I watched his retrospective of this, which was really interesting. I watched that yesterday. And seeing Roger Ebert and I can't remember what the other guy's name was, but seeing the footage of their opinions of the film, and they were pretty much slating it at the time. It was quite funny. Yeah, and obviously, if you love your films, go and check out Oliver Harper's channel if you don't know who he is. The link down below in the description. Really great guy, great channel. Next one I picked up was a film that I absolutely love, and I've been meaning to pick this up for ages. I saw it when it first came out, never got around to buying it on Blu-ray, and I saw it as a steelbook and I had to grab it. Captain America. Fantastic. I just realised that's embossed. I never noticed that before, just felt it. Really nice. I got it from Zavvi for 10 quid, so bargain. There you go. Lovely steelbook this one is. Just look at the cover of that. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. And I watched it again the other day, and it's a bloody superb film. It's a bit dark, but you can see the picture there, I think, yeah. Yeah, really great film. I really like this a lot. I love the World War II setting. I love the whole propaganda thing with Captain America, because I've never read comics. I don't know the history of the characters, so it's really interesting, and especially watching the extras when they talk about the comics and the choices they made and the way they try to pay homage to the comics and to the fans, which I thought was really good actually. The way the character evolves over the film, these outfit changes. He goes from propaganda machine to hero, and I thought that was really cool. Red Skull, Hugo Weaving, what an actor! His portrayal of Red Skull is so impressive. He's just so evil and so just relishes it. He's just fantastic, really fun to watch. Excellent movie. I really can't wait. The new one's coming out, Winter Soldier. Gotta watch that. It's going to be fantastic. It's really cool when you watch the extras and all, when they show the shields, and they had like hard shields for close-ups, they had rubber shields for hitting people, and in some scenes he's just standing there with no shield at all, and he's just miming the throw and the catch, and then the CG the shielding, like when they wanted to hit someone further away. Really cool the way they did that. Yeah, if you've not seen Captain America, go and check it out. It's a fantastic movie. Really fun, just ball to the wall action. Great story, great characters. Stanley Tucci. I mean, anything he's in is worth watching because the guy's awesome. Yeah, brilliant film. Can't wait for the next one. The next one I got is 8 Mile. I love this film. Fantastic movie. I thought Eminem did a great job. I don't know why he hasn't done any more acting. I know he had a lot of personal issues, and probably that's why. He really should do some more acting though, because he was really good in this film. Obviously, it's like loosely based around his life and his upbringing and how he became famous. So you could say it wasn't a major stretch, but he still needs to act and do it well. And I think he did it really well. He portrayed it impressively. The supporting cast were really good choices. Mekhi Phifer, awesome guy. I've been a fan of his since Clockers anyway, so he's always reliable and consistent. And yeah, the music's really good in this film as well. I love the rap battles. It's absolutely brilliant, really fun. Visually, it looks really nice. The Blu-ray transfer looks really nice on it. It's not overdone either. It's not too bright, which is good. It really suits the film well. I don't know. Obviously, this is not going to be everybody's taste, but I'd recommend watching it, even if you don't like hip hop. It's a really good tale of someone coming from nothing and making a better life for themselves, and it's a really impressive film. I've got it on DVD as well. I haven't watched the extras on the Blu-ray yet, but I remember watching the DVD extras, and it's really funny because they have like in between takes the cast and the extras and everything. They're all having like rap battles, and it's really funny to see people trying to challenge Eminem, and he's just absolutely destroying them. It's really funny, absolutely brilliant. Eminem, he's an amazing lyricist, one of the greatest MCs to touch the mic. Absolutely awesome. Not the greatest, for me it's still Biggie, but Eminem's bloody close. It is a bit of a debate, I don't really know. I think a lot of people might disagree with me and say Eminem's a better rapper than Biggie. I don't know, man. Biggie's flow, second to none for me. But depends what you like, what kind of style you're into as well. But yeah, anyway, 8 Mile, brilliant film. Definitely recommend watching that. Next two I haven't unwrapped yet, because I'm waiting for one of the. It's a trilogy, and I'm waiting for the second film to arrive because I was on the fence about buying it on Steelbook. It is Batman Begins. so it's still sealed, so I will be washing it shortly. And Dark Knight Rises, which I love. This cover's fantastic. Look at that, Bane, absolutely awesome, fantastic. I love that, the head to head. Yeah, I've got Dark Knight on the way as well. I do have Dark Knight on standard Blu-ray at the moment, and I have watched it a few times. Not a fan of Dark Knight. It doesn't work for me. I think Batman Begins, brilliant film, great introduction to the character. Christian Bale was a fantastic choice anyway. Awesome supporting cast. You know, really good storyline. Works really well. It even convinced me that Michael Caine is a good actor as well. I know it's going to come as a surprise to a lot of people. I've never liked Michael Caine's acting. I always thought it was a bit wooden, and his accent always sounded fake. I know it's not, but it just didn't sound right to me at all. It was only when I saw Batman Begins that I was actually quite impressed with his performance as Alfred. It was very understated, and he just nailed it. And then he did a film called Harry Brown, where he just proved to me how good an actor he actually is. I was surprised. Not that he needs my approval, because there's millions of people who think that Michael Caine's a great actor, obviously. But yeah, I love Batman Begins. Great film. I watched Dark Knight. It's a good film. It's just not a great film. I thought it was too long and drawn out. I found it kind of boring in places. I think Heath Ledger does a good job as the Joker, but I think it's seriously overrated his performance. And obviously, whenever an actor, you know, has a sudden death, you know, through tragic circumstances, their performance is magnified, unfortunately. And I don't think people are objective then when it comes to the review of the film and of the person's performance. You know, he did a good job, don't get me wrong, I like his performance, but it wasn't for me, it wasn't my style at all. I will watch the film again when it comes on Steelbook, because I'm going to watch all three of them back to back, and maybe I may change my mind, but I don't know. This is probably, I'm on the fence about which one's my favourite, Batman Begins or this one. Dark Knight Rises is very close. I really like Dark Knight Rises. I thought Bane was brilliant. Tom Hardy was just absolutely over the top, just really fun. I'm still not sure about the voice. The voice, when I first watched the film, I was like, what the hell's that all about? It is so weird. But he just looks the absolute nuts, and he just got so much charisma and character, and it's just fantastic. There's so many good scenes in this film. And it's just, yeah, I was really, really impressed with Dark Knight Rises. Return to form for me personally after watching the Dark Knight. So yeah, very happy. But yeah, anyway guys, so yeah, I got them two on Steelbook. I got Dark Knight on the way from Xavi as well, so that's all good. That's all I bought at the moment. I have got another Steelbook that I've ordered from America. There are a few more I want to get. I want to get as many Jason Statham Steelbooks as possible. Preferably films where he's the lead actor if possible. Not so much the ones where he's just part of the cast. The one I've had a look, and there don't seem to be too many. I know you can get Crank 1. You can get the first Crank, which is I believe French, and it's called Hypertension. I don't see Crank 2. You can get Crank 2 Steelbook DVD, but I haven't seen a Blu-ray Steelbook. And there's the Mechanic. You can get several versions, and the American or Canadian version's got a gun on the front. There's a Dutch version which I like the cover of. In fact, there's two Dutch versions with two different covers. The one cover I like, the one cover I don't like, so I'm trying to get the good cover. There's Blitz as well, there's another one you can get. That's another good film. Oh yeah, the Transporter trilogy as well, you can get that from France. Transporter 1 and 2, great films. Transporter 3, crap. Yeah, so I want to get all of those anyway. I'm hoping that Hummingbird / Redemption may get a Steelbook at some point. That would have been nice. And yeah, also his new film Homefront, when that comes out, I want to get that as well. That would be a nice Steelbook to have. But yeah, I'm not going to just like be someone who's like, I'm not buying a film because it's not on Steelbook. I'd prefer to have all films on Steelbook, but I know it's unrealistic, so you know, if I want a film, I'll just buy it. I also want to get Gran Torino and all, Clint Eastwood, because that's on Steelbook in America. I absolutely love that film. Fantastic bit of cinema. So there you go, guys. It's been a bit of a long video, and I hope you've managed to stick with me through the whole video. If you have, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. Obviously, leave any comments below. I look forward to reading them. And if you want me to go through any of those magazines, do an in-depth look at them, just let me know which ones, and I'll do some videos for those as well. So yeah, 2014's here. Let's hope it's a good year. We're all going to have fun and enjoy what we're doing. That's the most important thing. If you're not having fun, there's no point in doing it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you all again soon. Okay guys, well I've just finished filming that video, and look what turned up in the post. Nice. So there you go, DuckTales Remastered, PS3. This is an American copy, as I say. It's got the old E down the bottom there. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, fantastic. Can't wait to crack this on later on. I've been dying to play this. Just 1080p and all, which is quite interesting. Don't know if it's really necessary, but nice either way. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you all again soon, guys.